Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is another of my short stories from the book I'm working on, which is called Dark, Stories About Things We Don't Talk About. This story is called Not Your Usual 50th Anniversary. After 34 years at a large company, I took the bait of the cash incentive to retire. Honestly, it wasn't just the money. I was kind of glad to walk away from a couple of my recent screw-ups. At that point, at age 74, I was feeling like one of those Major League Baseball players who hung on too long and then had to retire or face the ignominy of getting sent down to the minor leagues. But I was terrified of the statistic. The average man lives only 2 years after retirement. Sure, many people retire because they are already sick, but there probably also is some truth to retirement itself being deadly. We all want to feel useful, not out to pasture, not irrelevant. That may be especially true for men, for whom work is often central. Quietly, many men find more meaning in work than in family. And there's no question that men live 6 years shorter than women and spend their last decade in worse health. Yet all we see is another run for breast cancer. But I digress. My nervousness about retirement was fueled further by the fact that I'd be with my wife 24/7. But I bit the bullet, a somewhat apt metaphor. While I was still working, my wife had tolerated my occasional rants on media bias and its assault on white males. But now, home all the time, she couldn't take it. She'd walk out of the room or even yell, "Enough!" And I couldn't take her noise, the daily and unnecessary vacuum cleaning, the incessant TV, her Zumba videos. A main reason I retired was to get peace, and instead I got noise. I often escaped to the backyard or a coffee shop, but hated having to banish myself from the home I had worked so hard to afford. But I couldn't escape from my wife using my retirement as a tool to get me to do what she had long pushed for. Travel more, see the grandkids more, take dance lessons. "Seymour, you're 74 years old. It's time to cash in that lifetime of work and have fun." She refused to accept that I found work a wiser use of my time than fun. Our 50th anniversary was coming up, and I dreaded it. She insisted on throwing a party, a big one. "If we don't celebrate this, what will we celebrate?" I couldn't stop her, and then I thought of something. "Stella, I want it to be a 50th anniversary divorce party. We are better off separate." I was surprised at her response. Her pride wounded. She didn't want to beg to stay together, to use all the levers I thought she would push. "Think of the kids, all our history, that we want each other in our old age." She just whispered, "Okay." So she sent out the invitations. "Come celebrate Seymour and Stella's 50th anniversary. We'll be making a surprise announcement." I planned to put a positive spin on it. In honor of our 50 years together, we have decided to do something to help ensure that our next 50 are fresh and new. We're divorcing. But at the moment of truth, right before I said, "We're divorcing," I said, trying to sound sure of myself, "To help ensure that our next 50 are fresh and new, we're committed to finding the new in each other." Everyone applauded, and out of obligation, I approached the stunned Stella, kissed her, and she relaxed. In any case, that story is called Not Your Usual 50th Anniversary. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And I certainly would welcome you looking at my book of collected short stories. It's called Soloists, available on Amazon. The subtitle is Stories of Introverts and Outsiders Facing a Dilemma. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.